Man, you know, they always say you can't argue with yourself. So sometimes you gotta let this talk.
It's called Tammy Cohen. She's privileged to what's called the affidavits in support of the wiretaps.
Okay.
It's like 3 affidavits. In those affidavits, it tells Meech's full role.
Declaring war on Big Meech, 50 Cent wrote, "The biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy Cohen. Her tell-all doc reveals the truth. Then he posted a picture of a rat and put, 'I think I'm Big Meech.'"
He said, "I bet you he won't send them to you." I said, "Well, you got all the paperwork." He said, "I don't got that. That ain't my case." So I said, "It ain't no big deal."
Oh yeah, I got Cuffy right here, man, St. Louis legend. You know what I'm saying? And I know people heard me speak about Meech's paperwork situation with the last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blues hating. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right and only one way to really do it. You good? Only one way to really do it and just let Dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Where you going after you get out? The neighborhood ain't accepting that. You bitch ass nigga, we heard you's a rat.
Before all the memes and the chaos, there was Big Meech, Demetrius Flannery Sr., a mythical gangster legend who co-founded BMF, the Black Mafia family. He and his brother, Southwest T, went from teenage hustlers in Detroit to running one of the biggest drug pipelines in America.
50 bullying Meech because Meech ain't no internet nigga. 50 is an internet nigga. Hey man, one thing I know about street niggas, they ain't finna play with that title.
Yes, Charleston White is correct. I'm a rapper, not a dealer. Be sure to catch my new show, 50 Cent, 50 Ways to Catch a Killer.
But then Big Meech is surprisingly released from prison early, a sentence cut nobody expected. And before anyone can even celebrate, the first thing we see is him standing with Rick Ross, 50 Cent's biggest rival, the man who built a hit song off Meech's name.
Rick Ross made a whole song about you, and he said, "I think I'm Big Meech." Like, the song took off crazy. Like, did he look out for you at all?
Of course, and my mom. We looked out for my mom when the song first came out. That's what I respect about it, and I didn't have to reach out to him to do it. He did it on his own, from the heart.
If I had 50 money, I wouldn't talk about Meech. I wouldn't talk about Big Meech, Little Meech. I wouldn't talk about Ross. 50 is really, something's really wrong with that motherfucker, bro.
I wasn't gonna address this, because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
But 50 didn't just go after the legend. He went after the son, the kid he built into a TV star. Then he leaked Lil Meech's infamous text message, which said, "F Ross."
They try to use that I needed to order protection, but why it feels like I'm the bully out here then? If I needed protection, you needed protection, and your protection gone. That's the truth.
Look at what he did. You sided with Ross for some bozo shit. You got 19 years of being incarcerated. That 50 could have took that and converted that to about 5 seasons, and then turned around and then did the overall movie. He had a good 30 to 50 million he could have made. Now you standing next to a mother who couldn't even keep a concert going. Rick Ross is on the concert.
Second on the line.
In about 10 days, Ross is gonna throw him away. Nigga, I'm gonna be real with you, Meech. If Rick Ross seeing what he did to you, because he knew what he was doing standing on the side of him, right? He know Meech ain't thinking straight. If he don't throw you 3 wing stops, you up and knock that nigga out. What 50 gonna do? He finna burn that motherfucker down. He gonna release that last season, and then he's gonna release the Tammy shit and discredit everything that people thought that man was.
The controversy surrounding Big Meech took another dramatic turn after he finally addressed the accusations that had been circulating for months, while also directing attention toward 50 Cent's role in fueling the situation. The tension between the two began shortly after Big Meech was released from prison, when a photo of him standing alongside Rick Ross quickly spread across social media. It's not.
It's the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself. This shit gonna be special, epic. Get your tickets right now.
I'm back.
To 50, that wasn't a welcome home. That was disrespect.
I don't know who wrote the book on You Can't Like Drake, Kendrick, Rick Ross, 50 Cent.
How do you feel about Drake?
love Drake's music. Love it. I never met him, but I love his music, his swag, everything. I love music. And I don't know who wrote the book on You Can't.
Because 50 Cent and Rick Ross have maintained a bitter rivalry for years, the image immediately became a source of frustration for the rapper and television producer. According to many observers, 50 Cent believed Big Meech should have remained loyal to him, especially considering the amount of effort he invested in bringing the BMF story to television through the Stars series. Beyond executive producing the show, he also helped launch Lil Meech's acting career by giving him the lead role, which only strengthened his belief that the Flannery family owed him respect and support. Instead of quietly expressing disappointment, however, 50 Cent publicly questioned Big Meech's character and repeatedly suggested that he had cooperated with law enforcement. Many people found that approach confusing, arguing that if 50 Cent genuinely believed Big Meech had been an informant, it made little sense that he had spent years promoting his story, building an entire television franchise around his legacy, and publicly supporting him throughout that period. As the dispute escalated, 50 Cent intensified his campaign through a series of Instagram posts, introducing the public to a woman named Tammy Cohen while claiming she possessed information that would expose Big Meech once and for all.
It's called Tammy Cohen. She's privileged to what's called the affidavits in support of the wiretaps.
Okay.
It's like 3 affidavits. In those affidavits, it tells Meech's full role. Now, I wasn't allowed to have them because they played this, I'm this kingpin and I'm this killer, and they life in jeopardy,
right,
in danger.
Right.
That's why they was able to close the courtroom. We'd have been out at Meech. But they played a cold game. I give it to her. And they was playing chess and we was playing checkers.
Okay.
She used the threat of her life and that I was gonna have some hitmen in the federal courtroom to kill her, and they closed the courtroom to the media. My shit standing room only. A dude in that city, homie.
Right.
I'm that dude in that city.
Right.
So that's why it ain't been came out. But the affidavits in support of the wiretap, she has them.
So okay, so she can get them for sure.
If she got them.
Okay.
She got them. The only person they barred from having the documents was me.
Okay. Okay. So you the only one that don't got the information.
Right.
Gotcha.
Everybody else, it's called discovery. Everybody else got the packet.
In one of his most talked about posts, he stated that Big Meech's biggest mistake had been allowing his relationship with Tammy to fall apart, adding that her upcoming documentary would allegedly reveal the complete truth behind the accusations. To emphasize his point, he even shared an image of a rat accompanied by a caption mocking Big Meech, leaving little doubt about the message he wanted to send. The post generated widespread discussion online, with many fans believing a major documentary filled with previously unknown evidence was about to be released. However, despite those bold claims, nearly a year passed without the project appearing, and very little additional information surfaced regarding its production or release. Tammy Cohen herself remained largely silent, offering few public updates that would suggest the documentary was still moving forward. As a result, many began questioning whether the film would ever be completed, or if it had quietly fallen apart behind the scenes. Adding to the mystery, 50 Cent later shared audio from another individual who also claimed to possess information suggesting Big Meech had cooperated with authorities, further keeping the allegations alive, even though no definitive evidence had yet been presented to the public.
He said, I bet you he won't send them to you. I said, well, you got all the paperwork. He said, I don't got that. That ain't my case. So I said, it ain't no big deal. So first I told Prince, go pull the pre-sentence agreement and the transcripts. Prince double back, say he can't get to it. I said, what you mean you can't get to it? Here go the nigga information. He says it's sealed. Okay. That don't make sense. Why it's sealed, but tell Cuffy, hey, they say it's sealed. Oh, no, ain't nothing. Let me put you with my daughter. Tell your daughter what you need. So I tell Prince, give me the docket numbers to what's sealed. So Prince give me the docket numbers. So I specifically tell her, hey, I need these two. She calls the attorney. Attorney sent it to her. She emailed it to me yesterday. I want to put emphasis on, because people gonna be saying, whack, how could you get sealed documents? Well, whoever the individual is could always contact his attorney. They got all the documents, and that's what happened. And I got record of who emailed them to me last night. So the sealed documents that I got was emailed to me by Cuffy and his family. Without saying too much, Cuffy did get 27 years in the feds.
The accusations continued to grow after 50 Cent once again insisted that Tammy Cohen would eventually reveal everything. He confidently told his followers that the truth was on the way and promised that Big Meech would soon be exposed. However, despite those bold statements, roughly a year and a half has passed without the documentary ever being released, leaving many people questioning whether the project is still moving forward. Around the same time, another figure became central to the controversy, a man known as Cuffy. Unlike claims based on official court records, Cuffy's accusations rely on his personal belief that Big Meech indirectly cooperated with authorities.
Oh yeah, I got Cuffy right here, man, St. Louis legend. You know what I'm saying? And I know people heard me speak about Meech's paperwork situation with the last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blue's hating. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right, and only one way to really do it. You good? Only one way to really do it, and just let Dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up, or this thing is fake, or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowins, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was called a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cohen signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
According to Cuffy, Big Meech introduced him to Tammy Cohen, and he believes Tammy later provided information that contributed to his legal troubles. Because of that connection, Cuffy argues that Big Meech was involved through a third party, even though he has not pointed to any document showing that Big Meech personally spoke with investigators. Even so, 50 Cent publicly aligned himself with both Cuffy and Tammy, presenting them as key voices in what was supposed to become a major effort to expose Big Meech. Plans were discussed for a high-profile documentary, along with an additional film centered on Cuffy's version of events, with 50 Cent expected to executive produce the projects and present what he described as proof that Big Meech had cooperated with law enforcement.
Man, you know, they always say you can't argue with yourself. So sometimes you gotta let this talk and say anything, and then people find out what they're saying ain't nothing. Like, if you don't got nothing to hide, then what you gotta speak up for? I don't got nothing to hide. I don't got no points to prove, you know what I'm saying? If I done anything wrong, if any man done anything wrong when it comes to being a rat,
Yeah.
you got paperwork.
Okay.
Ain't no such thing as he third party.
You say,
you can't. I can't say, hey, you tell for me, and they gonna give me the time up. No, because you know who got to go in that courtroom to get his time cut?
You do.
That's right.
Yeah.
and you gonna be in that. It's on the docket sheet that you going in here.
Ain't no hiding that docket sheet either.
Right, ain't no hiding that.
Or no sentencing transcript.
You see what I'm saying? So like, you can't appoint someone to tell for you, and then what they want to call it third party, and like you get the credit for it, or they can't fuck up the case. Cause he or she, the DEA. You know what I'm saying? What I will say, like, when it comes to me, like, I ain't used to doing a whole lot of talking anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, not when it comes to some negative shit.
Yeah.
I'm on positive shit. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm gonna exonerate myself because I'm an honorable man. Always been honorable to stand up. And those dudes that I left in them joints that took pictures with me and walked the yard with me, they the ones got the attitude.
Yeah.
So the trolls got to deal with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to deal with them, and you may not never know who that may be.
Although Big Meech had already denied the allegations on several occasions, his latest response took a different approach and shifted the focus of the debate. Instead of repeatedly insisting that he was innocent, he challenged his critics to produce actual evidence. Big Meech stated that he was not interested in arguing endlessly over accusations or trying to convince everyone that 50 Cent was lying. Instead, he urged people to contact Cuffy directly and request that his sealed court records be unsealed and made public. According to Big Meech, if those documents truly proved he had informed on anyone, then people could return with the evidence and confront him.
50 bullying Meech because Meech ain't no internet nigga. 50 is an internet nigga. Hey, man, one thing I know about street niggas, they ain't finna play with that title.
But when the evidence comes out, and then boom, yeah, I did it for marketing. I put money in everybody's pocket because of it.
I'm gonna put that past 50. 50 ain't that motherfucking clever.
That good?
I ain't getting that much. Nah, homie.
Well, you get into them scripts and shit, motherfuckers create some calamity, man.
Because this was already brewing out there. So for him to take this, too much. 50 bullying Meech because Meech ain't no internet nigga. 50 is an internet nigga.
He got a team.
50 is an internet nigga. He's been mastering the internet for the last 10, 15 years. Big Meech is a street nigga that's been cooking and trafficking dope. Nigga don't know what to do and what to say. What about
I can't front though. 50 is one of my favorite personalities in the industry.
I fuck with Phil, but nigga, Phil wrong in a motherfucker. Yeah, he said wrong in a motherfucker. But he's justified in what he's doing.
Yeah.
But nigga, just because you have justification don't mean you're right.
That challenge immediately changed the conversation because it placed the burden of proof on those making the accusations rather than on Big Meech himself. The situation quickly gained even more attention when WAC 100 reportedly reached out to both Cuffy and his daughter after hearing Big Meech's challenge, rather than avoiding the issue. Cuffy and his daughter allegedly responded without hesitation, signaling that they were willing to address the request for the records. Their reaction added another layer of intrigue to the ongoing dispute and left many people waiting to see whether any official documents would finally emerge to support either side's claims. After the challenge was made, Cuffy and his representatives reportedly provided the unsealed court documents for the public to examine, allowing people to review the case for themselves instead of relying on social media claims. According to the narrator, the contents of those records were surprising and immediately changed his perspective. He admitted that in the past, he had repeated many of the accusations directed at Big Meech, even if he never outright labeled him a snitch. Instead, he acknowledged that he gave attention to Cuffy's allegations without personally verifying the evidence behind them. Looking back, he explained that he should have waited until official paperwork became available before drawing conclusions. After obtaining 2 of the unsealed documents, he carefully reviewed them and claimed that the information inside raised serious questions, but not about Big Meech. The first issue, he pointed out, involved Cuffy's own criminal case. Court records showed that Cuffy received a 27-year federal prison sentence connected to 2 murder charges along with drug trafficking offenses. One of those murders involved a man named Theodis Howard, who was killed on April 5th 2010, according to the documents, Howard had previously cooperated with authorities against Cuffy's brother, Darren Gatlin, providing information that resulted in Gatlin receiving a lengthy federal prison sentence, while Howard himself obtained a reduced sentence for his own cooperation. As the narrator continued examining the records, he argued that the most significant revelations concerned Cuffy's own admissions during his plea agreement. The documents reportedly state that Cuffy acknowledged his role in arranging retaliation against Howard and identified Derek Clemens and Raymond Jones as the individuals who carried out the fatal shooting. In other words, Cuffy allegedly admitted that he ordered the attack while naming the people responsible for carrying it out.
For sure. The opportunity is there, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much money on the table out in the world. Like people got to go back 20, 30 years ago, and it wasn't as many superstars, athletes or entertainers as it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Or as many entrepreneurs, as it is right now with the internet.
Information is everywhere, man.
It's everywhere. Yeah. So like the internet is a gift and a curse. Yeah, you gotta, the only bad thing about the internet is every fucking body got an opinion.
Yeah.
So this is why the young people, their stomachs gotta be strong. You gotta be able to accept somebody saying anything about you. Because any person the dude can be out there in Africa in the fucking safari and he can get on the fucking computer and give you a negative comment.
The narrator argued that this admission immediately stood out because it demonstrated that Cuffy was providing detailed information during his cooperation with federal authorities. He also questioned how someone convicted of organizing the murder of a federal informant could receive a 27-year sentence, suggesting that the circumstances of the plea agreement deserved closer scrutiny. From his perspective, these disclosures represented the first major example of Cuffy providing information to investigators, contradicting the image he had presented publicly. Even so, the narrator emphasized that this discovery alone did not automatically clear Big Meech of every allegation that had been made against him.
These people's opinions don't count. A person on a farm somewhere, opinion don't count for real. You got 100 comments, 90 of them good, 10 of them bad, but you let them 10 bad ones get to you. See what I'm saying? That's part of being weak-minded or having a weak stomach because you come up in this era. My era, I don't give a damn what you think. I'm pushing forward. I'm pushing forward. I'm not gonna stay stagnated or go low because of what you think about me, or you feel my hair wasn't right, or I'm dressing too young. Like this, somebody else just said my outfit looked great. They can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Then you got you saying, oh, well, he need to throw some older gear on. Then I got a picture with Air Force Ones. They ain't up to your standard. You know, I got a picture with the Louis Vuitton shoes on. Why he put them on? Like, come on, man.
You gotta gravitate towards the.
You gotta do what works for you. You can't please it. You can't spend time trying to please everybody. You can't make everybody happy. That's an impossible feat to accomplish. You can't make everybody happy. You gotta make you happy and be concerned with the people that love you and love what you do.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how you win. All that takes taking time out to deal with the negativity, man, you'll lose everything. You'll lose yourself included.
That's right.
Because you sitting up here worried about what's a negative ass comment.
Instead, he explained that it simply shifted attention toward the credibility of Cuffy's accusations, arguing that anyone seeking the truth should continue examining all available evidence before reaching a final conclusion about Big Meech's alleged involvement. Before focusing on Big Meech's role, the narrator stressed an important distinction. Exposing a federal informant does not automatically clear someone else of similar accusations. According to him, the real question was whether Big Meech had personally cooperated with authorities, and he argued that the evidence would surprise many people who had followed the online controversy over the past year and a half. As he continued reviewing the unsealed records, he found that Cuffy admitted to ordering the murder of another man, Terrence Morgan. Court documents state that Morgan was killed on May 2, 2013, after Cuffy became convinced he was about to cooperate with federal investigators. The records alleged that Cuffy learned the DA had contacted Morgan during an ongoing investigation, leading him to believe Morgan posed a threat. According to the plea agreement, Cuffy confessed to arranging the murder as a preventative measure and identified Andre Rush, a trusted associate who allegedly distributed drugs, stored narcotics, and carried out violent acts on Cuffy's behalf, as the person he paid to kill Morgan, the narrator, argued that these admissions further damaged Cuffy's credibility, pointing out that the same paperwork used to accuse Big Meech also contained detailed statements in which Cuffy allegedly implicated himself and others in multiple crimes. He questioned why someone with that history would publicly accuse another person of cooperating with authorities while his own plea agreement contained extensive admissions. The discussion then shifted to 50 Cent, who had partnered with Cuffy and Tammy Cohen on the planned documentary. The narrator stopped short of claiming that 50 Cent knowingly worked with a federal informant, noting that Cuffy's records had only recently become public. However, he added that if 50 Cent was aware of the contents of those documents, or chose to continue the partnership after learning about them, it would raise serious questions about the consistency of his public stance against alleged informants.
What's some of your memories from back then about BMF? Like, when did you first hear about BMF?
When I first heard about it, I was like, look, in 2003, they would come around, like there was guys that had relationships. They were so embedded into the music business because when you can find your pockets, people like you around. Right? When you like at the nightclub and Puffy needs can't buy champagne because you bought all of it. They start to have to speak to you. There's no fun here tonight without anything. You know what I'm saying? So it starts, everybody's relationships that actually develop. I stayed away from it. Because I know who I am. And I know how easy it is for me to, I might have bought something. I might have got too involved or too into it. Or just, it would have been easy enough for people to make me involved without me being involved. Mm-hmm. You know, and I would go too well. So it's like, I'm making $40 million in 03. And then you're looking and you're going, they got what? They done what? Okay, keep that shit far away from me.
Did they ever reach out to you back then? Because, you know, at that time, Meech was
he was
around everybody, so.
Yeah, they would reach out and stuff like that, and I would avoid it.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't good for where I was at. I was like, nah. Because everything else that was going on says I would do it. And then I don't have to. If they wanted to make it, if they wanted to make that what it was, then it would have just been that.
The narrator argued that based on the court records currently available, Cuffy's claims against Big Meech were overshadowed by the admissions found in his own plea agreement, acknowledging that the situation could change if new or corrected documents were released, but maintaining that the paperwork circulating now paints a damaging picture of Cuffy rather than Big Meech. He also suggested that if 50 Cent continues working alongside Cuffy after reviewing those records, it could raise questions about the consistency of his campaign against alleged informants. And shifting back to the central accusation, the narrator examined Cuffy's drug trafficking case and claimed that the documents do not directly connect Big Meech to the conspiracy.
So for one, Big Meech, I understand, you know, back in the day, you did your thing, BMF, you made it rain, and I'm thinking Big Meech might feel like, well, when I was doing my thing, getting money, making it rain, 50 U's on the come up. Big Meech man looked at it like, I'm Big Dog, I'm Big Meech. I'm pretty sure that Big Meech knew that 50 was bad, and 50 went all when Terry pulled the act he pulled when Big Meech's brother did it. So Meech see this, so Meech might have still felt like, okay, the BMF series out, we got our money up, I don't really care, I don't like what to do with my brother, so I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Or Big Meech could have been like, whatever 50 and Ross got going on, I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm gonna respect and be cool with both of y'all. But Big Meech, time has changed. It's not the same how back in the day we was out How, you know, people might chop it up with this one, you're cool with that one, but just stay out the way we do business. Things have changed, and they want you to pick a side. Now, to 50. Now, y'all check this out, because the reason why I'm doing this video now, because Crypto Jeezy asked me this question in his interview. Y'all check out the Crypto Jeezy interview. And I broke it down. I was like, whoa, hold on here. Because I just was gone. And I thought about it. Y'all look at this here. 50 Cent endorsed Big Meech when he first come home. Stood by him, took a picture with him. 50 big in Hollywood. 50 that made it. So it's like, well, you home now, welcome home, blah, blah, blah. Right? Till Meech go kick it with 50 Rick Ross. Now, 50 Cent launched this Your Rat campaign. My question is, to you all, how long y'all think 50 had that information?
Instead, Cuffy allegedly admitted to conspiring with Fidel Suarez, Lawrence Gibbs, Terrence Morgan, Andre Rush, and Timothy Rush to distribute narcotics. And according to the narrator, most of those individuals were part of Cuffy's own circle with no known connection to Big Meech, making it difficult to support claims that Big Meech was responsible for the charges outlined in the case. The narrator further noted that Cuffy also admitted to participating in additional drug trafficking activities involving other associates unrelated to Big Meech, emphasizing that the quantities of narcotics described in the plea agreement were substantial and suggested a far more extensive operation than what many of the online allegations had portrayed.
So now my thing is this. It's going back to the selective politics, the favoritism that go on out in the world. Because we all know 50 is a major troll. We all know 50 don't like to let up. We all know 50 is involved with social media. So when it first came out, 50 was aware of that. But he turned the blind eye to that. He turned his cheek to that because he saw a bigger picture. Let's get this money. He was about to make Meech become a big household name in the Hollywood division of the game, right? Until Meech went and done that. Now, who's to say? Meech already got a plug. He might feel like, I don't need you anyway, boy, beat me. But what I'm showing you guys is what y'all looking over, missing out on and looking over, is for 50 to indulge Meech when all this stuff was going on, till when Meech go do that with Rick Ross, where 50 feel like he crossed him. Now you a rat. How long you had that? You been had that. Come on, man. Y'all, see, that's the thing y'all not questioning, y'all not looking at, man. So you need to be looking at 50's character. Y'all need to be putting that in question, like, hold on, bro. At first you was cool with that allegation, but now that he did that, now you gonna smear it in.
Instead, Cuffy allegedly admitted to conspiring with Fidel Suarez, Lawrence Gibbs, Terrence Morgan, Andre Rush, and Timothy Rush to distribute narcotics. And according to the narrator, most of those individuals were part of Cuffy's own circle with no known connection to Big Meech, making it difficult to support the claim that Big Meech was responsible for the charges outlined in the case. The narrator further pointed out that Cuffy also admitted to participating in additional drug trafficking activity involving other associates unrelated to Big Meech, emphasizing that the quantities of narcotics described in the plea agreement were substantial and suggested a far more extensive operation than what online allegations had often portrayed. In his view, these admissions deserve far more attention than the accusations aimed at Big Meech because they came directly from Cuffy's own statements to investigators. The narrator concluded that before Cuffy could convincingly accuse someone else of cooperating with authorities, he first needed to answer questions about the admissions contained in his own court records, including his acknowledgments regarding multiple homicides and his role in drug trafficking with several named associates. According to the narrator, those issues remain at the center of the controversy and must be addressed before any allegations against Big Meech can be treated as credible. The narrator also pointed to another detail he believes weakens Cuffy's allegations. According to the court records, Cuffy was already under investigation by the DEA long before he claimed Big Meech introduced him to Tammy Cohen. Investigators had allegedly connected him to a large narcotics conspiracy involving Lawrence Gibbs, Terrence Morgan, Andre Rush, Timothy Rush, and other associates before Tammy ever entered the picture. Because of that timeline, the narrator argued it is difficult to blame Big Meech for an investigation that was already underway. He added that if Cuffy wants people to believe Big Meech somehow played a role by connecting him with Tammy or anyone else, he first has to explain the admissions contained in his own plea agreement. From the narrator's perspective, the documents currently available show that Cuffy acknowledged his own criminal conduct and cooperation long before any accusation against Big Meech could be supported. Based on everything he reviewed, the narrator concluded that there is no evidence in the released paperwork showing Big Meech informed on Cuffy or anyone else, arguing instead that Cuffy's own statements are what ultimately placed him in legal jeopardy. With that, the narrator said the evidence he examined led him to one conclusion: as things stand today, he does not believe Big Meech can be labeled a snitch based on the available court records. At the same time, he emphasized that viewers should examine the evidence for themselves and make up their own minds rather than relying on rumors circulating online. He also raised one final question for the audience. If 50 Cent continues working with Cuffy on a documentary or other projects, does that damage his credibility, given the contents of the newly released records? Or is business simply business regardless of a person's past? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear where you stand on the situation. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who have been following this story. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.